Welcome back. Well, you can see in front of me here, I have all these little dolls, and they're actually the Dolls for Democracy. And with us is Sal Buckstein, who has been giving presentations with these dolls for 60 years or so?
60 years.
Yeah, tell me about them. Good to see you again, by the way.
Well, this started in 1950 by a national women's organization, and B'nai B'rith, and co-sponsored by Anti-Defamation. It tried to attack the terrific prejudice and intolerance of 1950.
Wow.
So it's been here a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I heard about it, and there were hundreds of doll ladies in the country. I am the last one giving it. I'm 91, and I'm really here today to talk to your audience about possibly putting something like this in their volunteer life. And of course, it's a passion with me.
Right.
I've been giving it for 60 years.
Yeah.
I go into the grade school. Well, they asked me. I go into the grade school and I approach the children, heroes, and talk about heroes. I talk about democracy, and I explain about the 3 parts of our government, and then I go on to my heroes. Each of my heroes had a handicap, and we have these humanitarians. Each one had a problem, and I start, of course, with Lincoln, and his religion was the Golden Rule. And I talk about Emancipation Proclamation,
right,
and I have them say it 3 times. These kids, someday they'll say, I heard that before. And then I go to George Washington Carver, and I talk about prejudice, and I talk about the courage of his owner. She could have gone to jail for teaching him to read.
Wow.
So she was brave, and how he had problems, of course, with his education. Blacks were not in the educational field at the time, but what he did. And then we talked about bullying. Don't you think he was pushed and called names? And so we go through, everyone had a problem and how he handled it. And when I get to Helen Keller, I give these Braille these Braille ABCs, and I tell the children, try to figure out your name. It's quite difficult. Then we go on to where prejudice and hate, where it goes into killing other people. And when I mentioned about Einstein having to escape Germany because of the Holocaust, killing of Jews and other people because they thought they had a religion or they thought differently. And then I go, of course, to Mother Cabrini and Juliet Lowe and Martin Luther King. Each one has a story. And I try to tell them, why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you? Because I want you to make a difference. I want you to make a difference and to help each other. We're a brotherhood of people. Right. And the outcome is that the children come by, they look at the dolls. I give them this is a bookmark for them to remember and to use. And I try to instill in them, go and educate yourself. Abe Lincoln educated, start reading. And I give this is a teacher's supplement. I give that to her if she wants to flesh out and more in this field. And this is what I do, and I'd like to introduce the idea in someone's mind out there, if they have time, it's so simple. It's minute biographies, a few lines about each one, and just to bring it to the children. And I can only tell you the children afterward ask questions, and one, in fact, said, I didn't know there were 3, because I had made a little wooden thing about our government, and they didn't realize that there were 3 parts of our government. So that is what I'm trying to do.
So let me ask you, as far as the schools that you go to, you stick to a certain district, or how does that work?
Well, no, I'll go to any school. I go up to Huntington Beach, and I don't want to go more than a half-an-hour drive from here. But I'd like to, I'm trying even nationally to try to get more people involved and this is what we need now. Grade school where it should start. High school is too late to start telling them about compassion and empathy.
Right. Now, As far as you going to these schools, how do they get a hold of you? You call
Well,
them? How does that work?
I will call them.
Yeah.
But if they hear about me, I've had things written in the paper and all,
Okay.
they have called me. But I try very hard to get out. But I'm only one. I'm the last one.
Yes.
That is the thing. We have hundreds of different people from that are just being warehoused in Washington because people have
You
died
mean
and
dolls.
sent it to the
Yeah,
dolls.
we don't want to say people are
No,
being warehoused.
No, I'm sorry, the dolls. The dolls are there. And if people wanted to, they could get the dolls, learn the it's a minute biography, a few lines about the person's life, but just get to the children and start talking about
Right.
bullying, about compassion, and understand it wasn't easy. It isn't
Right.
easy, but they have to have the courage and fighting bullying. They have to have the courage.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, your website is psbuckstein@aol.com.
That's right.
And I got that at the bottom there. And your phone number is, trying to read what you wrote here.
707-5351.
Okay, 707-5351. What you're looking for is some help doing this and maybe
Yes,
taking it over,
we
right?
need it. I need it, and I'd be glad to talk to anyone about it, about
Okay.
coming and learning it. And it's a passion with
Yeah.
me, but it's very rewarding. And who needs it now? I mean, we need it now.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Great to have you on.
Okay,
Thank you for
thank
doing
you.
this for all these decades. And it's amazing these dolls have held up.
Yeah, in fact, I asked the kids not to touch it because they're 60 years old. They're more
Yeah.
than 60. I've been giving it, so they must be 62,
Yeah, I mean,
63.
whoever originally made these did an excellent
They
job.
are beautiful. They are beautiful. In fact, someone saw Juliet Lowe and said that's exactly what she looked like.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
thank you for
Yeah,
inviting
Selma,
me.
good to see you. We appreciate it. And again, Selma's email address is psbuckstein@aol.com. Phone number 949-707-5351. If you are interested in helping her out, finding out more about this, please contact her.
Please, I
Thank you
need your
very
help.
much. We'll be right back.